in the motherfucking house. Yeah, Gusto's in the motherfucking house with my man Dead Mike. We breaking motherfuckers out 24/7. So check this shit out. Hey yo, Gusto, what's up? Yeah, straight out of low cash, a crazy motherfucker named Gusto. I fuck your wife cause the bitch is a big hoe. I fuck your sister, I fuck your cat. I wanna fuck your mom, but the bitch is too fat. When I'm in your neighborhood, you better dig a rope, cause I'm coming to slick your motherfucking rope. Blood is dripping, I'm not slipping. Bitches panties is what I'm ripping. Rolling faster than a motherfucking dirt bike. Never met a piece of pussy that I didn't like. Like to eat it, like to suck it. Take the shit in the bucket, straight out of low cash. Crazy motherfucker. Yeah. Where you from, nigga? Coming straight out of low cash. A crazy motherfucker named Dead Mike. So get ready.
All right. Gusto, you haven't gone live in the garbage group in a very long time. What's going on? You want to know what's going on? We're going to talk about the industry, okay? A lot of people, what's happened to the industry? The industry used to be great. Why does it suck cock now? You want to know? I got all the answers. I could easily explain how the industry went downhill, why the industry sucks. I could explain everything and give you guys all of the answers. And I guarantee you, every employee and worker in the industry that's on this page watching me will agree with me. So let's get started. The reason the industry sucks ass now is because of a thing called corporate America. You see, some companies that are corporate, which I can never work for, because I'm going to break down what corporate means, okay? When a company becomes corporate, what happens is the investors usually come in, they see dollar signs, and they want to have some type of say because they're investing their money. They know nothing about the garbage industry, okay? Some companies that have been taken over by people who never knew anything about the garbage industry, but they got cash to buy a company and they want to flip it and make money and whatever the case is. So they bring in their friends or they hire people. What corporate does is they create jobs, moron jobs, you know. Let's create human resources. You don't need a human resource. What is human resources? Human resources are put in place for what? Other drivers to go and tell on other people? Human resource for what? It's a waste of job. To me, honestly, don't even see the point of it. You're paying somebody money to sit there and babysit us? Last I checked, we're all grown men and women, and I really don't understand. And then what corporate also does is they put people in place that don't have their CDL, never been inside a garbage truck before, don't know anything about anything, but they're so quick to hop on a driver or a helper or anybody that's out there doing their job, and it's like their eyes light up. We're going to write you up. I talk to a lot of people. A lot of people are like, yeah, Gusto, they wrote me up and blah, blah. But who writes up the mechanics when the mechanics say they fix something and they don't? Do they get written up? No. When office makes a mistake, do they get written up? No. The drivers get written up. The helpers get written up. But what about when it's not the driver's or helper's fault? What about when it's internal? It's the office's fault, the dispatcher's fault, the mechanic's fault. Where's their write-ups? Do they get one? I don't think so. And that's why I could never work for a corporate company. Because that's what corporate's all about. It's all about throwing everybody under the bus to make themselves look good. And that's what ruins the industry. Like, I don't know if you guys caught the video that I put out today. It wasn't taken today. But, I was contacted by some of my friends from other companies that are office personnel. And they said, Gusto, you shouldn't have done that. And I said, why? It's a routine maneuver that has no risk whatsoever. I put a strong reinforced chain around the corner of a pallet that had a cardboard bale on it. And I pulled away nice and slowly and dragged it to the parking lot. Now, the guy that runs the yard is a great guy. And he was very thankful that I did it. Was I dramatic in the video? Yes. Is this Facebook, where maybe the stories are embellished a little bit? Yeah, it is. Did I drag the pallet to the middle of the parking lot? No. But I said I did. It made it look like it did. And it was a good story. Good laughs. Because if we don't laugh, we're going to be miserable assholes. And that's why I guess a lot of people hate me and hate guys like me, like us. You shouldn't have done that. Take a picture. What if the chain breaks and the chain goes flying 7 blocks away through a 3rd-story building, and an old lady that had gotten up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night gets hit in the head with a link of the chain and she dies? That's going to be, first of all, it's never going to fucking happen, okay? That's number one. I don't use piece of shit chains. I spend money on chains. They're my chains that I bought. Thanks, Brian Lyons, for giving you the hookup with the reinforced chains. Always buy your own equipment. Rule number 1 in the Brian Lyons handbook. So, they're not going to break, okay? But other people from other companies called me, Gusto, you got to take a picture. It's corporate America. Save it for the next guy. The fuck do I want to give the next guy extra work? When did this industry become filled with fucking pussies? I don't recall it. I remember when we were all respected. But corporate, they downplay us. Now, if we don't do certain little things, where is the skill? What the hell are we getting paid for? To fucking drive around like fucking, can't do this, can't do that, can't do this? Now, if it was extremely risky, okay, and there was a pallet, cardboard, a pallet, cardboard pallet, and it was stacked up 2 stories high, no, I wouldn't have pulled it, because then it would have made a mess and it would have fell all over the place. So, it amazed me, and that's why I had to go live. And I was just like, wow, man, a lot of people fucking changed. A lot of people that I knew in the industry changed. And the reason they changed is because they're in fear of their jobs. Because corporate America took over. Corporate took over the industry. So people are afraid. I would tell my guys, don't take a picture, write it up, write a 7-page essay, take 17 pictures from every angle, and then send it to me. So we basically became photographers and writers. What happened to the days when we used to just do our fucking jobs? What happened to those days? Bizarre. I remember back in the day, there was a video I put out years ago. A 30-yarder. The rails were wrecked underneath. 2 people went to go get it. They couldn't. The machine was broke. They couldn't move it. And they had 5 cement trucks waiting to unload. The container was blocking. They took pictures. They called me. They said, could you do something? I went under the container after I lifted it halfway up with a sawzall. And I shaved the rails down, took a hammer, banged it, and put it on the rails. Did it go up all the way? No. I had about 3 feet before I could even get to the locks. I had to chain up the container from all angles and drive back in a safe manner. There was a thing I talked about years ago also. It was called Driver's Comfort Level, DCL. If you're a driver and you're comfortable doing what you do, then do it. If you're not comfortable doing it, or you think it's going to backfire on you, then don't do it and play it safe. But if you could do things in a safe manner, what happened to those days? Basically, corporate America wants us to not make any decisions, not do anything. Call up, can I do this? And then you have to get verified on what you could do. Can I go to the bathroom? Hold on one second. Let me send an email. and I got to send an email to the other place and and then we can tell you if you can go to the bathroom. Just sit tight. The fuck happened, man? It's sad. And then every company's like, oh, we can't get drivers. Nobody wants to do this fucking job no more. You can't take corporate and put it into the private sanitation industry. You know why? Because the private sanitation industry is made up of mentally insane people, and half of them are convicts. Take a look around you at every company that you're at. Okay? Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the big giant companies. But then again, you never know. Take a look around you. Okay? We're all street guys. We all do what we gotta do. And street, when I say guys, I mean women also. Because there's a lot of tough women in this industry that do the shit every day, and I watch them. The point of it is you have to be, something has to be wrong with you in order for you to be doing this job. And yes, something is wrong with all of us. We're all a little mental. It's not just me. I'm not the only crazy one. But you're going to take corporate and you're going to tell corporate you're going to try and control your employees that are already mental, and you want to turn them into robots. I'm not a robot. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be a robot. It's not in my blood. I'm not a fucking robot. If I feel I could do something in a safe manner, without making a mess, without doing damage, then yes, I'm going to do it to get the job done. Because they want you to call up and say you can't get it, and then what? At the end of the day when you're supposed to leave? Oh, we need you to go back there when the parking lot's packed. But corporate talks about safety. Is it safe to go back there when you have 3 tractor trailers, 5 box trucks, the parking lot's packed, the area's fucking tight to get in, now they want you to go do it? Give me a fucking break. Because all corporate does is cover their own ass, and if you realize, nobody in the office ever gets in trouble. It's always the driver's fault. It's always the helper's fault. It's always our faults. Does anybody else take responsibility? No. Everyone's talking about safety. Please, don't even get me started on fucking safety, because there's nothing safe in this fucking industry. The second you step in that fucking truck, no matter what truck you drive, there's nothing safe. It's a dangerous job. I know there's been stops in the past at other companies where I actually had to climb over the compactor in the rain, a 40-yarder, climb over it to get to the other side because there was a breakaway in order to do the other handle. Is that safe? No, it's not. What happens if I slip? Well, if I slip, then I guess I own that store, and whatever store it was, can't remember off the top of my hand, then it becomes Gusto's place. That's what happens. So it's not safe. Am I supposed to take a picture of that and say I can't do it, and then the next idiot goes there and he does it, climbs over the fucking container? Until somebody gets hurt, because eventually that's the inevitable. So corporate. You see, that's why I give credit to a lot of small companies that are out there that they got everything knitted pretty much good, and I feel bad for them that they can't get the drivers that they need and shit like that, because these guys are still out there doing what they got to do as owners, old school guys. I'm just thankful the guy I work for, my boss, is a great guy, and he doesn't go down that path. And there's a lot of other owners out there that are great and don't go down that path either. But those companies that are all corporate, you will never catch me working at a corporate company. And if I was ever at a company that turned corporate, so long. Because I'm not playing that corporate game where everybody in the office talks shit. I'm just not doing it. I know how it works at other companies. That's why I stay where I am in a a comfortable environment. So that's why the industry was ruined. Corporate. And there's a lot of people that agree with me. They're not going to probably come out and say it. But I have a lot of friends that work at other companies, and they're like, yeah, Gusto, everything changed. Once that billionaire real estate guy took over, he brought all his friends in. Matter of fact, I'll tell you one funny story. I'm just going to try not to drag it out. One guy, billionaire real estate tycoon, took over a company. Thought he knew what he was doing, got rid of all the garbage guys that actually had knowledge because they didn't want to listen to his stupidity. So what did this guy do? Hired his friends that knew nothing about the business. So one day, his friend that he made salesman / supervisor / CEO of the company decided he was going to go to Stop and Shop and go shopping. And then he decided, while he was in the store, he was going to talk to the produce guy, the kid, who was, I guess, stacking vegetables and fruits. And said, are you happy with your service? Because I'm an owner of the company. And he said, I really don't care. But what if I told you I could give you a cheaper price? Would you agree to it? And the kid said, yeah, of course. What did this moron do? He went back to the company and said, I got the Stop and Shop account. We need a 40-yard compactor right away. What did the owner do? Listened to his friend and bought a brand new fucking compactor. When the compactor came in, guess what? It never got delivered. You know why? Because Action had the contract. You can't talk to the produce guy and ask him if he wants to switch companies. And that's what this moron did. I really want to say the name of the company, but I don't want to embarrass my good friend. So I'm not going to say it. But that's a true fucking story, man. That's how pathetic this industry's gotten. A lot of people forgot where they came from. You know why? Because money. And I understand. You know, if I was an owner of a company and I built the company up and shit, would I sell out? Yeah. Why the fuck would I even want to be in this industry anymore if it's like that? So, those are the things of why the industry is ruined. And if anybody disagrees with anything I said, please, in the comments. I would love to read them later when I get home. Gusto, you're wrong. It's corporate America. You gotta take pictures. You gotta say you can't do it. You gotta ask people, hello, dispatch, can I put a chain around? This is what other people in other companies are telling me what I should do. And I'm like, what are you, crazy? I'm not looking to get praised for what I do. The videos are there for laughs. That's why it's here. I do it for laughter. It's a joke. It's fun. Let's laugh. Because if we don't laugh, we're miserable all fucking day. Especially doing this job. And if anybody's working for corporate companies, I really feel bad for them. A kid almost got in trouble, one of my friends, for putting on an SMC shirt at the end of the day because he wasn't wearing his Republic clothing. And if the Republic people seen it, they would say, you're out of uniform! We're writing you up! Give me a fucking break, man. Take it corporate, stick it up your ass, because the industry is all going to be ruined. I mean, it's already ruined now. But little by little, I keep seeing more companies get bought out by bigger companies, and little by little, they ruin it, man. So, that's where I stand. A lot of companies, remember this, a lot of owners too, okay? You took the skill out of everything by going corporate. Now you gotta cross the T's, dot the I's, check with this, check with that. It's pathetic, man. Let us do our jobs. And that's it. It's very easy. It's not hard to let somebody just do their job. But thank God I am where I am, because I'll never go corporate. You will never see me wear matching Republic socks, Waste Management clothing. Not for me. So, that's all I have to say on this topic. That's why the industry is going further and further downhill. They're sucking the life out of their employees. Nothing is fun anymore. But Gusto, it's a job. It's not supposed to be fun. You know what? If you love what you're doing, because I love what I do, you're supposed to have fun with it. And you're supposed to laugh. So to those other people in other companies that are my friends, that are office personnel, when you see one of my videos and you're like, what are you doing? Oh my God, bro, you lost it, man. You don't know what it's like to laugh anymore. You lost it because you've been working in that fucking office too long like a robot. It's a shame. It really is. But I'm going to have fun with it. And I'm going to have a good time like I've been doing. Like we all been doing. Keep the laughs coming and keep the videos coming. Because you know what? It makes me happy when I watch your videos as well. Back in the truck. Whether you're talking shit, whether you're joking around, whether you're laughing, whether you're putting a wig on or doing something stupid. It's funny. You gotta laugh. If we don't laugh, we're gonna go all insane. Keep up the good work. Yeah! That's it, man. I'm done.